This is 1 week to erase worry, day 1 audio. Have you ever heard me talk about worrying is just a habit? That really, truly, simply is all that it is. So to become someone that is worrisome or to become a worrier is something that you've just formed as a habit over the months, over the years, over the decades. And it becomes your habitual way of thinking, and it becomes even your body's habitual way of reacting to circumstances in your life and outside of you. And eventually, worry becomes this automatic process that's kind of running in the background that almost makes you feel normal. It becomes normal for your body to think that this is a natural state of being. And it's almost like the state of living in survival mode. And over time, you develop these habits of emotion, these habits of your physiological responses to when something goes, quote, wrong in your life. And it can become a habit to simply worry about everything. And that means everything that hasn't happened yet. And although it might appear to be common, it doesn't have to be the way that you live. And the good news about worry being just a habit is that habits can be changed, and it's easy. So I really want you to think about that. You might even be able to think back, and don't spend too much time doing this, but you might even be able to think back as to when worrying just became a form of a habit for you, a habitual way of thinking. And you might be able to recall what are the things that made you become someone that worries constantly. And what happens after worrying starts as a habit, as just a habitual way of thinking, is then it can turn into different symptoms within your body. So it can cause this tenseness. It can become an automatic memory that your body responds to any stressful event with worry, because worry is what we use to trick ourselves into feeling like we are doing something about something that we can't actually control. So it's really important to pay attention to what purpose you or your body thinks worry is serving, and then to really note at what stage you're at in the worrying habit, because worrying then affects your body, which then can create anxiety, which then can also become another habit. So getting anxious about things, constantly rethinking things over and over in our mind, or playing things over and over in our mind that haven't happened yet, and creating scenarios in our mind about what things might go wrong that we don't have control over. And so worry is just really a replacement of making you feel like you're in control. And it's actually not serving a purpose, because generally worry is coming from fear. Worry is fear-based, and it's you worrying and fearful of an outcome that you don't know is going to occur, but also an outcome that you don't have control over necessarily. So it's really, I think, crucial to get clear on where your worrying habit comes from, and to notice what you think what purpose the worry is serving for you. So every habit that we have, everything that we develop, every emotional habit that we develop is always serving some sort of purpose, or we perceive it, our bodies, our minds, our psychologically, we perceive it as serving a purpose for us. And this week is about really getting familiar with those automatic habits of worry and really dissecting them and uncovering the real truths behind them, so that you can break free from worry and basically erase it from your life. Because I'm going to teach you different ways of using the energy of worry and to apply it into a positive form. So when I talk about worry being fear-based, and it's something that lets your mind think that it's doing something about a future event that hasn't occurred yet, you can also flip it around so that instead of worrying about an outcome that you think is going to occur that you don't have control over, you can flip it around and rewrite it in a way so that you can almost have fun with it and be playful about creating the idea of the outcome that you think would be ideal and that would make you feel the best. So for today, I just want you to start reflecting on what purpose is worry serving in your life. So where does the worrying mind think that it's helping you accomplish something? And where does the worrying mind think that it's making you feel safe? Or where does the worrying mind feel like it's controlling the outcome of something? And really get familiar with which one of those things. It might be one, it might be all, and it might be something that I haven't mentioned. But what is worrying actually doing for you? What purpose does it think it's serving? When do you worry the most? Like, when do you find that your mind just kind of gets away from you, worrying about this future scenario that may or may not ever happen? And really just get familiar on what purpose is worry serving for you in your life. I'm going to leave you with that for day 1. You're going to love the next few days. The work is going to become fun. This is the deepest digging you're going to need to do, though. Today is uncovering what is the purpose that worry is serving for you in your life. Thanks so much for joining. This is day 1 audio for a week to erase worry. I'm Laura Varga, lifedesigncoaching.ca. I'm looking forward to day 2.